Okay, guys, let me just show this one. Um, and it is on Twitter, so you know it's kind of live. So it's I'm still in my pajamas. It is that time of year just before school to vote for the best high school couple um, in your area. I just want to remind everybody about that. And then let's move on to my. It's not related to my job hunting. It's not related to anything but my ISP, in the internet service provider, is a story, and how can I not use their name? So uh, I guess they're just gonna have to deal with the consumer marketplace. But I'm with a internet service provider called V-Media, and then my former one was Acanac, and they're independent internet service providers, and it's a segment of the market that's pretty is cult movies. These independent internet providers are kind of like cult interests, because usually most people just go with a major one. So a lot of these independent internet service providers are sort of like they attract not weird people, but like they attract like people who want to try new things. So they're not really mainstream, but they're fun to know. And what happened was they sent me an extra bill for this month. Like right now, I'm supposed to be paying two internet service providers, even though I'm only using one. And so I complained to the government, and there are two departments in the government. I heard back from both. One department is Department of Consumer Affairs, and the other department is so I would say a subset of Consumer Affairs, just for telecom services. I guess because these things, telecom services, um, are big enough. I mean, like the complaints are big enough that they can devote, you know, a specific person just to look after all these things related to telecom. So I complained to both Consumer Affairs, the broader department, and then telecom services, the smaller department, the more specialized department. Consumer Affairs says, emailed me back and said, we received your complaint, and we advise you to complain to the smaller department. And so I said, yes, thank you very much. I did complain to them as well. And then I heard from the smaller department, within the Consumer Affairs, or part of it, offshoot, spin-off of Consumer Affairs, just for telecom. And they said, we're going to look into your complaint, okay? While you're complaining, um, there's a couple of things that you get on your behalf, like the company that you're complaining, Acanac. I don't want to run their name through the mud, because this is so much better than running their brand through the mud, right? This is so much better. And so they said, while you're complaining to that company, they can't. So like the bill is on hold. They can't send it to collections. They can't charge you for it. They can't do anything with it, right? So until we look into it and we make a decision either way. So I said that's basically all I really want. I want somebody, like a third party, a mediator, you know, that has nothing to do with me or the company, to look at the issue and tell me, am I crazy? Am I asking too much? Am I demanding too much? Basically send me extra bill. I just want that bill canceled. I don't want any damages or anything like that. And that's what I want. I just want somebody, without interest in the company, without interest in me, to look at the situation and say, who's right, who's wrong here. But I'll tell you something. There's this sort of like asterisk, right? They say, if while we're looking at it, you and the company come to an agreement, let us know, and your complaint is, we'll get rid of your complaint. So between you and me, like you and me on YouTube, the company would try to negotiate with you. So what happened was, more or less, the company said, look, this bill, if you do it our way, you only have to pay half of it. I'm like, okay. Listen, I totally disagree with everything, like your policy on this or your procedure on this. I shouldn't even have to pay half of it. I think the whole bill should be canceled. So as a I complained to the government agency about this, and so I'll just wait for their decision. Or else, if you and the company come to your own agreement, your complaint with the government becomes canceled. So that's what's happening with my ISP. I don't know. I don't know what the decision is yet. But and then there's other stuff as the complainant that you have to follow through. They might need additional um, you know copies of emails or whatever. I have to read it today to know what I gotta do. All right. It's the principle of the thing, and it's good to know. It's good to learn when the bill is only $30, because later in life, if something happens and the bill is $1 million and you have no clue what to do, you're a complete virgin, right? When the bill is so much smaller, it's good to learn when the bill is so much bigger. It's good to learn when the bill is smaller. It's no joke. It's like $30. Are you poor or something? You don't know. You're like such a skinflint. No, it's good to learn when the bill is $30, because when the bill is $1 million and you don't know what to do, you're gonna lose out on $1 million.